two brothers shared the farm when their father died, and for a while it all worked very well until each of them got married. And then there wasn't room anymore in the house for those disagreements about which family's turn it was to use the oven, which family's children it was that had eaten the pies from the shelf. And so they split the proceeds of selling the farm and started up two separate ones. Now from that day onwards, the younger one seemed to have luck on his side, because everything he planted grew, and everything he grew sold, and sold well, and soon he built a bigger house, and he became used to being the rich and successful brother. Whereas the older one, well, I'm afraid that if he planted it, he was lucky if it grew, and if it did grow, he was lucky if it sold at market, because it usually didn't. Until there came the day when he was walking down the lane on the way home from his field, wondering how on earth he was going to manage to feed his wife and children. And he found himself singing a song of misery, one that his old grandmother used to sing, when at once there was a voice joining in with him, a rather harsh voice. But nobody in the dusty lane to see. "Who are you? Show yourself." "Oh, master, it's so kind of you to call." And there was a small fellow with surprisingly long, spidery legs and a lined face that appeared to have been drooped each side of a bulbous nose. "Master, so nice of you to call on me." "I didn't call on anyone. Who are you? Name yourself." "Oh, for God's sake, I am your misery. Your misery. I've known you for quite a while, and I promise you we'll be together for a lot longer. Now that we know who we are, I suggest that we go down to the ale house and get better acquainted over a bottle of wine or two. And if you know me as well as you say you do, how do you suggest I afford a bottle of wine when I can barely feed my wife and children?" "Oh, it's easy. Wasn't your wife just saying last week that best dress of hers used to be best, but she wouldn't be seen dead in it now? We do her a favour. We realise the asset." And that's what they did. But next morning, "Oh, master, that cheap wine, doesn't it do your head in? What we need to do is to get down the alehouse again, get another bottle of decent wine and chase away that nasty taste. And I suppose you're going to tell me how I can afford that too?" "Oh, no problem. You say often enough, it's a waste of time ploughing, you don't know why you bother doing it. Well, sell the plough." And then a day or two later, "Oh, well, what's the point in a horse if he ain't got a plough to pull? I mean, he'd fetch a bit." And then a day or two later, the older brother found himself looking at his young 6-month-old son, caught in the searchlight stare of those wide baby blue eyes. "I'm sorry, son," he said. "I am not being much of a father to you. And if things go on like this, it's going to get worse." "Right." And he took himself out to the barn. "Oh, master, not thinking of working this morning, were we?" No, when two fellows have drunk as much together as we have, they sometimes play silly games, so I thought we'd play a silly game. Hide and seek." "Oh, go on. You're kidding. No, you're not, are you? I'm good at hide and seek. I win every time. I'm misery. I always find you. You'll go first." Well, misery was right. When the farmer went first, misery found him straight away. "Your turn now, but you'll find. I mean, my turn now, but you'll find I'm good at this. I can fill the largest space. I can creep into the smallest crack." "You mean," said the older brother, "you can even fit into something the size of this bottle?" "Oh, go on, give me a challenge. Bottles and me, we have a long acquaintance. Can I flow into a bottle? Watch." And misery flowed into the bottle which the farmer held, and jumped up and down there, pulling silly faces and dancing a jig, until the elder brother clapped the cork in place. Then the face changed, But ignoring the cries from inside, the farmer got a spade, he dug a deep hole under his apple tree at the end of the garden, and he buried his misery deep in that bottle. And then he went to see his younger brother who got used to being the one who was rich and successful. "Well, big bro, what are you doing here?" "I've come to ask if I can borrow your horse and plough, please." "What, so you can sell it like you did your own for booze?" I tell you, I was ashamed to be in the same family when I heard that. "No, because I am going to make a fresh start." "Well, you need to, because you really let yourself go, haven't you?" "I'm making a fresh start. I've put that behind me. I have buried my misery. I'm starting again." "Yeah, you buried your misery in a bottle, no doubt." "As it happens, yes." "Can I borrow your horse and plough?" "Oh, I suppose family. Go on. 2 days. And you're to bring him back promptly. And you're not to overwork him. He's in the top field." Up in the top field, the horse was there, but he was already harnessed up to a plough. And since when my granddaughter first heard this story, she told me that the ploughman was wearing a bottle green coat with a green top hat and a ribbon round it, that's what he was. "Who are you?" "Ploughing with my brother's horse." "Oh, I'm your brother's good luck, working for him as I always do." "My brother has a luck working for him. So where's my good luck? Why isn't he working for me?" "Ask him yourself. He's over there, fellow with a red shirt." And sure enough, there was a man lying on his back, hands under his head, legs clasped at the ankles, hat over his face in the shade, very much at his ease, until the older brother smacked him in the ribs. "You, get up! If you're my good luck, why aren't you working for me like my brother's works for him?" "My dear fellow, that hurt." "Well, work for you. I work for you, but not like your brother's does for him. You mean nasty, sweaty, smelly stuff with horses. Not my style at all. No, if you take my advice, we'll play to our strengths. We'll give up this farming rubbish." "Give up farming? My family have been farmers for generations. We are good at it." "Well, take a look at yourself, dear chap. Not doing you many favours, is it?" "No, take my advice. We go down to market. We buy a coat. We sell it for twice what we pay for it. We buy 2. We sell them at a profit. We go on doing it." And much to the older brother's surprise, they did. And they went on doing it. Until he was able to not just buy his wife a new best dress, but offer her the choice of a whole armful, and build himself a better house than the one they'd had, and receive a visit from his little brother, the one who was used to being richer and successful and liked it that way. "Hey, big bro, what's this I hear about you getting the money? Where's it coming from? Not stealing it, are we?" "No, I told you. I put that behind me, my other self. I buried my misery. I found my good luck. I'm working with him." "Oh yeah, you buried your misery, I know, in a bottle." "No doubt you'll tell me where." "Yes, under a tree at the end of the garden in the orchard." "Oh yeah." Well, with that, little brother had to be content, but it niggled him. It niggled him that he was not any longer the rich and successful one, until one night he took a spade and he dug under that tree until in the moonlight he saw the glint of a bottle. And there, inside, was misery, very sorry for himself. "So you're my brother's misery, and I'm the brother that's pulling the cork." And misery flowed out of the bottle. "Oh, you've no idea what it was like in there. I was your brother's misery. Yeah, he was the bloke that put me in." "Well, now, go and find him," said little brother. "Find him again. Do your worst. Bring him down again." "Oh no," said misery. "You're the one that let me out the bottle." And he leapt on little brother's shoulders, wound those legs round his neck. "I'm your misery now. We'll be together."